going on, everybody? It's Dot Bets. We're checking back in. We got our Week 5 bets, props, and DFS plays. Fantasy start and sit. There is a shit ton of news that is breaking right now. If you are building any DFS lineups, you probably definitely are adjusting your lineups now. Dalvin Cook was the big one that just got announced. And if you were following along all week, he didn't practice, so you had that inclination that he could potentially sit out, and he is for sure out. So if you have Madison in your fantasy lineups, you can go throw him in, and then also for your DK lineups or FanDuel, I wouldn't say he's a lock button, but he is definitely should be in a lot of your lineups for sure. All right, what's up? On the course, ready for some plays. What's up, Max? Oh yeah, how's that scramble going? Who the hell is this UV QWERTY? Want to become famous? Okay, thanks, buddy. That's shit spam. Seymour, what's up, buddy? Get your spam out of here. Click his name, then the 3 dots on the top right. You can report him. What the hell? I ain't gonna worry about that right now. What's up, Justin? It's time. Max, hey pussy from Keith. Let me know how you guys are shooting in that scramble. But yeah, so we have a bunch of news. If there's any other news that drops, obviously throw it in the chat. Let me know. We'll go through several plays that I got for you guys. We got some props at the end, and then we'll dissect this DFS slate for sure. -5 through 8. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, if you guys followed along yesterday, college football was not a good day for us. But you know what? It is the NFL today. We got the professionals going. We don't have any more student athletes going to screw us over. So let's go deep diving in here. All right. So this is just a quick recap of On the Dot here. So we are at currently 11-15, -2.58. Seymour with the subscription. Appreciate you, man. The Amazon Prime, exactly. If you guys are just tuning in, if you guys have Amazon Prime, literally just click. You guys can subscribe for free through your, it's like Twitch Prime, I think is what it's called. Sam says he's better than you on a golf course. He's 1,000% better than me. 1,000%. We'll always take your NFL plays up. Exactly. But yeah, so total 11-15, -2.58 units. So that is, we had a shit week 3, positive week last week, 4-3, +2.8. So we're looking to get back into the green with the free picks for the On the Dot. So first pick, Eagles, Panthers, over 46. This game is a somewhat alarming. We got negative regression here with, I think the total is coming down a couple points, but I think this is a sneaky game. If you are stacking games in DFS, this is one that I recommend. Just diving into this a little bit more. The defenses here, especially Carolina's, is a little bit overrated, and the Eagles' defense gave up, it was like 42 against the Chiefs and then 41 against the Cowboys. So this Eagles defense can be exposed, and Sam Darnold has shown that he has the ability to be, I wouldn't say an elite quarterback, but hell, he's top 10 for sure in the league, and he's rushing for a lot of touchdowns. So, and he's got Moore and Anderson. And I look for this game to be a sneaky shootout. I could see easily one team hitting at least 30 points. So I like the Eagles and Panthers over. And you can see the Eagles have scored more than 21 points in 3 of their last 4 games. I think their team total sits at like 21.5. So that's another option that you guys can go through on this angle on this game. But do like the over here with both offenses going up against slightly weaker defenses. Let me know if you're riding, tailing, fading. Let me know how you guys feel in the chat. Next one, we got the Giants, +7. I know I probably should have got this at +7.5, but I think this is going to be closer than people think. The Giants tend to just stick with teams, especially in the division, especially on the road. Like this Giants team in this spot. Cowboys came off a big victory last week as we were on them against the Panthers for good measures. But I think this Cowboys defense doesn't get enough pressure rate for Daniel Jones, and he thrives when he does not get any pressure. So, and if he does end up getting any pressure, he can scramble out and make plays and extend plays throughout. And Daniel Jones has been playing very, very well this year, so kudos to him. I know a lot of people weren't very high on this Giants team, but they've I wouldn't say turned it around, but they had that nice little comeback victory against the Saints, and let's see if they can build on it against the Cowboys here. Daniel Jones 10-2 against the spread as a road underdog, which always helps, and 11-4 against the spread in his career on the road. Those are nice little trends to always have. And then you got Saquon coming back, who has been fairly getting healthier week by week. So I like this dog here to cover. I couldn't take the Cowboys -7 for some reason. I just think this matchup's gonna be close. Maybe the Cowboys win by a field goal or so, but just overall, I think it's gonna be a very, very close game. Next one, we got the sloppy game of the week. All right, we got Patriots Texans under 39.5. Pretty crazy that this number is this low, but this game is going to be ugly. Belichick also owns rookie quarterbacks. If you guys have known, they don't score very well against them. Patriots are down 4 offensive linemen, I think, due to COVID, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I'm pretty sure that thing was all COVID. And then could see I think this is going to be a conservative play call game all game long. They're not going to try to get Mac Jones hurt. You can see a lot of Damian Harris. I know there's a bunch of people on Harris's over yards. I think it was like 6. I think it started at 60, and now it's up to like 69.5, or it was close to 70 when we did the stream on Friday with Azim. Justin says COVID for 2, injuries for the other 2. Their cornerback is out as well. Yeah, I think this is going to be a sloppy game, and I don't care if the cornerbacks are gone too, because I don't think the Texans can muster up enough offense to get this going over 40. And then the Patriots road unders since 2016 are 28-13. So that's a nice little trend to go off of as well. Let me know how you guys feel about this game. I think this is going to be ugly. I'm kind of pissed I'm taking action in this game because I got to sit there and watch it now, but I just think this number is a little bit too high. And then I also thought about the other game, which was like 39, which is the Broncos and the Steelers. Ended up not taking anything in that game, but those two teams are at 39, and these two teams are at 39. I think this is a slightly less competent offenses, so I like the under 39 here. Another spot that I didn't take, and I was back and forth on Friday's stream with Azim, was this Packers-Bengals game. So I don't have a position in that game. Ultimately, I think it's just a trap play. You could probably side with the Bengals, but I think the Packers are getting like 86% of their money, and I just do not. I'm not gonna go down that route with going the Packers -2.5 or -3. Not even on their money line. I don't know what's going to happen in that game. I'm just going to completely stay off of it. I know on Friday I told you I might have a play here on it, but ultimately staying away. The other one was that Steelers-Broncos game. Ultimately, like the Steelers, going back and forth between the Broncos. No play on that game. I just don't see an edge either way. You would think that Tomlin can get his guys going, but that team is fairly lost. So let me know if you guys have just hopped in and going over any of these plays that you guys might have missed. So we got our prop bets here. So they're all 1 unit. Every play that we got on the dot is only 1 unit. We got Sam Darnold over 270.5 pass yards. Like him a lot today against this Eagles defense. He's got shredded by Dak and Patrick Mahomes. Look for Sam Darnold to match up with his primary target in DJ Moore. I also like Robbie Anderson. If you've messed around with Occupy Fantasy at all, that is an underperforming wide receiver for them. So do like that. He has the potential to go off. But yeah, I like Sam Darnold in this spot over 270.5. I think he can get closer to definitely closer to 300. DeAndre Swift, probably a player that I just absolutely like this season. I don't know why. I'm just like obsessed with his receiving game. I like over 33.5, and if you've been in our Discord at all, free Discord, you can join as well. It's connected to this Twitch channel. He's got over this 3 of the 4 games so far this year. The last one on week 4, he had 33, and that's why he didn't hit it. Otherwise, he's been in the 50s and the 60s. So I think this is a good spot to get DeAndre Swift on. Another matchup that is a VIP play that I'll give out here on the stream is Alvin Kamara's over 26.5 reception yards. That actually went down to 25.5. So if you want to grab that, you guys definitely can. He didn't have any targets last week, but I definitely think he's going to be a mainstay in the passing game against the football team today. So that's another one I'm going to throw at you guys, over 25.5 for Alvin Kamara. We got a question here. Seymour, start Burrow or Tannehill today? PPR league, if I start Burrow, I have T. Higgins to stack. Burrow or Tannehill? Yeah, I'm probably going to lean Burrow. I think that's a higher total game, plus the quarterbacks and the Green Bay's defenses. I think Alexander's he's out for sure, and that T. Higgins he's back, and that'd be a pretty good stack for you. I like Burrow. And then my anytime touchdown is Darren Waller today. Looking for him to get in the end zone against this Bears defense, who allows pretty good numbers to the tight end position. Plus, it's Darren Waller, and they're going to target him a lot in the red zone, and not give it to maybe Jacobs or Barber or Drake. Who knows? So I like Darren Waller a lot in this game. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. So I'll go back real quick on these plays. If anybody missed them. Eagles, Panthers over. We got the Giants +7. Patriots, Texans under 39.5. Disgusting play, but I got to do it. And then these are the props. Then if anybody's left in Survivor, I am. So that's nice, but I know a lot of people lost last week on the Saints and a couple other teams. But my pick this week would be the Bucks here. I have not used them yet. I'm going to use them here as a 10, or I think it's 11 now. I think it's grown that much. So we got on them a little bit earlier in the week for VIP. But so Bucks are at -11. I like them here today. But yeah, let me know if there's any other news that breaks for DFS purposes, fantasy purposes. The big one was Dalvin Cook was out. I also know that Cortland Sutton is playing. I know he rolled his ankle on Friday. He's good to go. I haven't seen any other crazy news. I think I saw Antonio Gibson was playing, which is good. But limit your expectations there, as he's dealing with that stress fracture in his shin. So let me know what you guys are thinking there. I'll pull up. Not those. I'll pull up some spreads to see. If you guys are watching that London game, 20-9, Jets. There's a lot of people on the Jets, and the Falcons came out pretty heavy. And Kyle Pitts got his first touchdown, so congrats to him. Eagles +2.5, so that number's at 46 still. So Packers went down to -2.5. Man, that just screams trap to me. Just screams it. And then so that's actually 39 now. So hopefully you guys, maybe you want to pay up for another half unit, you guys can to get it. But Patriots, that spread was at like 9 or 10, and that came down to about 7.5. So there's been money on Texans. I can't put my money on the Texans right now, but I'm good with it being the under. Titans, Jags. That's another game that you guys can stack for DFS purposes. And this week was a little bit different. I'm known to just talk about game stacking both sides of the game. And so if you like the Titans, if you like the Jags, for instance, you would 3-1 the Jags side, you would 3-1 the Titans side. This week is just a little bit different, where you like one side a little bit more than the other. So I actually took bits and pieces. So I took Titans 3-1, and I took the Bucks 3-1, and then we took, what was the other one? The Eagles 3-1, and the other one was the 49ers 3-1. So I just took bits and pieces of each game, thinking that maybe you could run back with one of the opposite team, but not stack both sides of the game. That's just the way it fell this week. It's not recommended, and it's just the way you dissect through a slate. None of these games just popped off to say, okay, it's going to be that game that I can game stack that's going to go off. The only one that I could essentially see is this Eagles-Panthers game that you could stack both sides. I ended up just stacking the Eagles side in this game. So let me know if you guys have any fantasy start sit questions, DFS lineups. We'll be here till about 11 a.m. Central Time. If you got any props that you guys are looking at, I got the Fantasy Labs props popped up here. So if you guys need something like there, I'm going to see if Madison popped up on here. He has not yet for Occupy. He's going to be very, very heavily owned. Appreciate you tuning in, Corey. So Fournette is going to be This is the nice part about it. You could roster Fournette and Madison and pay up for elite wide receivers, or you could just pivot from Fournette to Madison, and you could end up getting a little bit different leverage on the field there for if you go Madison to Fournette. Started Michael Carter and Satin Mixon. Probably the wrong decision. I think that's fine. Well, actually, what's Michael Carter done? We can put that up. Box score: 9 carries for 36 yards, 3 receptions for 20 yards. That's pretty decent. That's fairly decent. It's not bad. I don't think Mixon's going to be the same Mixon. I think he's going to be. It's kind of like what Dalvin Cook did last week, where played half the snaps, looked like shit. Could get Ty Johnson got the goal line. Yeah, that sucks. No, but ultimately, I think that was the right decision, Max. You can't trust Mixon. You truly can't. Not with that. I think it's a low ankle sprain, but that's all right. Other guys that I like, and if you guys looked at the top plays and stacks of the week for the YouTube video, James Robinson, and then you could also go Derrick Henry here at the top. He's owned the Jacksonville Jaguars as of late, and is pretty much in his career, but $9,000 is pretty steep to pay up for when you have all these cheap running backs. So he could potentially be lower owned than what the model says. It's telling me 23%, but I could see him being a little bit less owned now with the Madison news. I think everyone's going to gravitate towards Madison. Don't forget, so Madison is here. Okay, he's at 75 now. And then a lot of people are on Chubb to think that the Browns are going to go mainly run attack. That was another play I was thinking about, maybe the under there. The Chargers and the Browns ultimately stayed off, but both those teams like to hold on to possession of the football, so it could limit the upside in that game. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. I'll throw some plays back up there probably at the end of the show. Yeah, this is definitely Q&A time for you guys. If you guys are thinking about starting and sitting anybody, I'll throw a couple of my lineups up just so you guys can see. So these are my Brady stacks here with the Bucks. And as you can see, you got Barkley and Elliott, Eckler and Barkley, Kamara and Swift. Then you come back so you got Godwin and Evans and Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown and Godwin. So a little bit of a mix. And you come back each and every time. So I got Gesicki here. I got Waddle and Waddle. Without Parker in, definitely love Waddle and Gesicki today. They're going to get a buttload of targets for sure. So those are the Brady stacks that I'm throwing with. Thielen DFS. Let's see what he's at. Let's see where he's at in the model. He's the fourth rated. He's the fourth rated, and you could pivot to save 1,100 from Justin Jefferson. If I could throw up Occupy's model, Occupy has Justin Jefferson as the number one wide receiver in their particular model. These guys have them top 10, but they have Thielen above them. So I don't think you could go wrong either way. If you want to save some money and maybe pay up for Henry at running back, you could definitely play him. It's not a bad play whatsoever. Thielen and Jefferson, they usually get theirs, and Thielen is known to get more touchdowns than Jefferson. Jefferson just gets them down there. Thielen is the goal line receiver there, especially with no Cook. But I think Madison is definitely the play there. You could end up stacking this game on the Viking side if you want to go that route. But then you come back with maybe a Swift. You come back with who's the Cephas, that guy here. But maybe Hawk. But I think wasn't Hawk supposed to be? Is Hawk in? Let me know if Hawk's in. I know I want to say he was questionable, but I'm pretty sure he was going to end up playing. Speaking of tight ends, we can look at some. Evan Ingram's going to be very popular this week, which is incredible to me. I don't know why. Let's see what he did last week. 6 targets, I guess because Slayton and Shepard are out. That Tony kid is going to be up there as well. So Evan Ingram, he's played 43 of 63 snaps. He hits 39 of 70, so increased a little bit. Do believe, he's an okay play. I would say my ranking here would go Schultz, then Gesicki, and then you got Waller. But Gesicki is going to be probably the main target, 4% today, especially being down, double-digit spread there. What has he got? So he's got 6 targets, 12 targets, and 6 targets. 13, how many points? 7, 18, and 16. I love Gesicki this week for sure. So I'll be here for like another couple minutes or so as the questions are dying down just a little bit. And if you guys need me to throw up the last plays, we can definitely do so. Eagles, Panthers over. Giants +7. Patriots, Texans under 39.5. It's at 39 now, so maybe go half unit or buy the half point to get the 1 unit. Then the props, Darnold over 270, Swift over 33.5. Like that play a lot. And Darren Waller, anytime touchdown. Definitely like those for sure. And then I got the Bucks for the survivor as we look to go 5-0 in that. Definitely would be nice. Got like a $12,000 pot that I'm going for. Any other fantasy DFS questions that you guys got here? So Daniel Jones, Tannehill, Murray, Dak. Taysom Hill is up there somehow. I don't know why. I'm not going to play any Taysom Hill this week. Brady's down at 60 rating. Let's see those running backs again. Yeah, and just gotta. I truly wish Cook was like active, and so people would still play Cook. I really wish he wasn't inactive. Now Madison's ownership is going to skyrocket. So he's actually already gone up the model 84. So his projected ownership is 0.9 in this model. I assume it's going to be in the 20 to 30 range. So just be wary of playing Madison. But if you're game stacking, you're going to be different than a lot of other people. So you're okay with chalk running backs. Let me reiterate that. You can play chalk running backs when you game stack because nobody else game stacks in DFS. And if they do, you're not going to get any duplicates. It's very, very unlikely. So don't worry about having chalk running backs in there and fill them out accordingly. Just think about being cheap running backs for expensive stacks and then expensive running backs for cheaper game stacks as well. So that's kind of how you got to juggle it there. So yeah, if we don't have any other questions, I'll get up on out of here. Guys, every Sunday, 10:30. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you guys rewatch this over one more time, follow me at DotBets on Twitter. Join the free Discord. We talk sports, DFS, and fantasy all day long, 24/7. So get in there. We got the props.cash bot in there as well for NBA and NFL. So we're going to get after it on the NBA season as well. And if you guys want all my plays, it's only $20 for VIP for a whole month. Very, very low fee as I want everybody to join and get every single one of my plays. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's cash today.